Well, class 7th. Now, today we are going to discuss the last chapter of this portion, chapter number 5 of geography, weather and climate. As you know, with the name of the chapter, weather and climate. So, we are going to discuss separately about the definition of weather. Weather can be defined as the sum total of the current atmospheric conditions like temperature, humidity, wind, and rainfall at any given place. At any given place. For thousands of years, scientists have tried to predict the weather. The study of weather and its element is known as meteoro- met- met- meteorology. Meteorology, the climate. Climate refers to the average weather conditions prevailing at a place recorded over a long period. Weather and climate greatly influence our daily life and economic activities. Thus, a systematic study of various elements of weather and climate is necessary. Element of weather and climate. Temperature. The first element is temperature. The atmospheric temperature refers to a degree of hotness or coldness of air. The sun is the main source of heat and light on the earth. That's why the earth is very small compared to the sun and is 150 million kilometers away from it. The amount of solar energy received by the earth is called insolation. The earth's surface absorbs maximum solar radiation during the day. At night, the heat which was absorbed during the day is radiated back. This is called terrestrial radiation. Second element is measurement. Second thing, measurement of temperature. The temperature of the air can be measured with the help of thermometer, and there are two scales to measure the temperature. The first one is centigrade scale, that is also known as degree Celsius, and the Fahrenheit scale. The standard unit of measuring temperature in our country is degree Celsius. Distribution of temperature. On the basis of the amount of heat received, the earth has been divided into three heat zones: torrid zone, temperate zone, and frigid zone. Factors affecting temperature. There are several factors which affect the temperature at different places. After that, there is given a chart on page number 32. There is given heat zones, location of the region, and features. You have to read it. I am going to discuss about the factors which affect the temperature. The first one is latitude. As the earth's surface is curved and the sun's rays strike at varying angles, there are variations in temperature from the equator to the poles. The latitude of the place determines the angles of the sun's rays and the duration of daylight. Therefore, at the equator, the rays of the sun are vertical and the duration of daylight is longer, while at the poles, duration of the daylight decreases. Hence, there is a distinct decrease in the temperature from the equator to the poles. Second one, altitude. The atmosphere is mainly heated by the Earth's heated surface. The lower layers of air are denser, contain more water vapor and dust particles, and so absorb more heat. Therefore, hill stations like Simla, Darjeeling, Mussoorie, etc. are cooler than places situated in the plains. Thereafter, distance from the sea. Places along the coast usually experience moderate climate. This is because coastal regions experience the moderating effect of the sea. So, when coastal areas heat up, wind from the sea cool it. And when coastal areas cool down, heat is transferred from the still warm oceans to the land, warming it. Thereafter, prevailing winds. Winds help in heat transfer. If the wind of the area over which it blows. Ocean currents. The warm currents from equatorial region which move to higher latitude have a warming influence on the coastal areas. When the cold current from the Arctic region move towards the south at lower latitude, they freeze many parts, resulting in closing down of the operations. Thereafter, slope of lands. In the mountainous regions, the slope in the south receive direct heat of the sun and are hotter compared to the slopes in the north.